or with your husband. So when the sex is now in the dream world, it's abnormal. Now, over 99.9% of cases where people have sex in dreams is as a result of spiritual problem. In most cases, the doctors refer them to us.
Who are us?
So, what I'm actually saying here is this, very clear. Whether you believe it or not, within yourself you know it. Now, when you are having sex in dreams, especially when it's happening all the time, that is a problem spiritually. It is either you are spiritually too cold, because if you are spiritually fit, your spirit cannot fall that low in the spirit or in the dream world. So when a man or woman falls asleep and begin to make love in the dream, check his or her spirituality. Something is wrong with that. Now, if you go to the doctor or to the lawyer or to the nurse for a solution, you'll be given drugs to take. Drugs cannot cure spiritual problems. This is a spirit world. When you sleep, you are no longer yourself. So 99.9% is not physical, is spiritual. And in some cases, we discover these individuals, if they are having this same thing all the time, is either they're having marriage with what is called spirit husband or spirit wife. This is a hard truth, whether you believe it or not. Now, you need to be delivered. If you are not delivered now, it will continue until you get married. And someday, sometime, you will still come back for that deliverance. So this is the plain truth. And ye shall know the truth. And the truth shall make
set you free. All right, Brother Chris. If I may borrow the words of Honorable Obayabo, he has said the crikum of the spiritual sleeping. All right, well, to add to this, we'd like Dr. Phil to give us a medical view on this question.
Thank you. Okay, medically, we don't believe that anything is impossible until we have done all. And we call it differential diagnosis, and we call it the process of ruling out. That is, before we can say that a particular situation is spiritual, we must first of all rule out 1, the physical, 2, the psychological. By the time we have ruled out that this individual doesn't view pornography, that this individual doesn't lust after girls, once you see anyone on tree, we just be shaking, we need to rule that out. Because sometimes what you feed your mind with tend to replay when you are actually in a relaxed mode. Okay? And that is what we call dreams. Now, number 2 is the psychological aspect also. The person has to see, number 1, you must see a doctor. You have to see the services of a doctor. Let the doctor know what is wrong with you. Then the doctor will now say, no, this thing is more of a psychic event. I can either refer you to a psychologist or a psychiatrist. Then the psychiatrist will look at you and say, no. This is not just psychiatry. We need the service of a priest or prayers. So we don't take away prayer in medicine. It is very, very essential. And we also believe that some issues can also be spiritual. But we must rule out our own part. Are we wrong? If we are not wrong, then we can now go into the spiritual. And thank you very much.
And with